Alright, gang, so this the life and death of Drakeo the Ruler part 5, right? Now, one thing I learned about Drakeo in part 4, he calm, cool, and collective on the motherfucking videos, but on live, shit, it's a whole different story. That man be on motherfucking 10. He don't be for none of that shit. So yeah, let's get to this part 5 and see what's to it.
Know what I really be on.
That very same day, Drakeo goes live again, dissing his ops, saying they never went to jail like him, and saying again that they're too broke to have cars.
Then to make a song about the homie getting hit by cars and all type of shit, bro. Y'all didn't do that.
And a week later, on the 7th of September, Drakeo premieres the full-blown music video to his scathing diss track, Inglewood. And it's
look, so this why I thought Inglewood was a real place, bro, when I reacted to this damn song, bro. Not knowing that it was called Inglewood. The damn sign said, bro. The damn cameraman, hold on.
September, Drakeo premieres the full-blown music video to
the damn cameraman did this motherfucker thing, bro. By photoshopping that shit, however that shit went, and send my goofy ass off. I sure thought that was what that shit was called, but let's go back.
His scathing diss track, Inglewood. And it's got bar after bar mocking the entire city of Inglewood, saying that he's going to turn the whole of California against Inglewood, and that he plans on tying up and hanging his ops. He says he'll turn the suburbs of Inglewood to a gym factory, which honestly, I'm still not entirely sure what that means. Let me know in the comments if you know, it sounds bad. He calls Inglewood natives
that shit definitely sound bad as hell, my soul.
weenies. He says a lot of people in Inglewood are snitches. He disses Rucci and calls him poor. He disses AZ Trike in numerous lyrics, including one where he questions why he would join a gang at 25, and saying that he'll hang him up like a coat, as well as mocking AZ Trike and Rucci for still being cold in the music industry despite getting their feature from Lil Boosie. With this being a reference to the fact that their collab track Hood Rat still hasn't passed 400,000 views on YouTube. Drakeo also says on the song that he dropped 50 on a blind person, which seems to suggest that he was putting up money for a hit on Inglewood member Munchie B, who was previously shot in the head and left blind. Drakeo goes on to rap that his ops are as
G, this shit is insane. Once again, I didn't notice none of this shit. Like, I dropped 50 on a blind person. Bro, now it makes sense why he's... Bro, I was watching the Adam interview, his last one I think with Adam, and he was saying, how's somebody gonna slide on you when they blind? And Adam didn't get that shit, and I didn't get that shit either. And now I get that shit. God damn.
sweet as buttercups, and that he'll turn their ass to Reese's Pieces, with this being an apparent reference to a rumoured prison incident, which may or may not have happened involving Munchie B, some peanut butter, and some pretty unpleasant things that I just don't even want to get into here. Drakeo ends the track with one
That too, bro. He said that shit on Adam too, bro, and I didn't get it, bro. And Adam didn't get it either. We both sitting there looking dumb like, okay, Drakeo, you know what I'm saying?
final dose of disrespect, saying "Free Kells," a reference to that Stink Team member who was convicted of murdering Red Bull. Now, I personally think that after all of the drama with Drakeo fighting the cops and prosecutors, even after beating his case, it's pretty likely that the cops were watching his every move. And I've got no doubt that after the song Inglewood released, the police would have been aware that Drakeo had just made a public declaration of war on everyone in Inglewood and were probably keeping a close eye on him. And with that in mind, it's not massively surprising that only a day after Drakeo released Inglewood, he was arrested whilst riding in the back of an Uber. Drakeo would actually go live on Instagram whilst being pulled over by the police, with his son in the back of an Uber having a full-scale meltdown as to how the cops knew to target him in the back of a taxi.
You're getting detained for 148, delaying my investigation.
What is your investigation?
I already told y'all 10 windows. I don't have an ID. And I need to identify you. He gave me his ID. You're not giving me your ID.
Mind you,
you still got your seatbelt on.
Exactly, I got my seatbelt on with my son.
I know, but I'm asking you to, I'm back in the car. But now, I want you to put the phone down and put your hands up here.
I'm on live.
What's going on?
What are you talking about? I'm on live.
Okay, I don't care about being on live. I'm on live too.
All right.
See this? LAPD got me on live too.
I'll take my seatbelt.
You can put the phone down. If you want to point the phone at me, that's fine.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
All right. I don't know what's going on right now, bro. That's just crazy.
How motherfucker knew he was in the Uber though? Like, how did that shit even went about?
The Uber, bro, to pick up my son, bro. Literally.
5 out of 1. Have all units respond.
My son is in the car, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Approaching 251.
This is. Got my son with me in the car, bro. This is crazy, bro.
I'm asking you not to go in your pocket.
I'm putting my phone in my pocket, bro.
No, but I don't want you to go in your pocket.
What are y'all on, bro?
I'm not on anything. I'm not yelling or screaming or nothing.
Like you asked the Uber driver, bro.
For his ID, and I asked you for your ID.
What's going on right now, bro?
And then when I asked for a backup, you wanted to give me your ID. And then I asked you to step out of the car. You told me no.
I didn't tell you. No, I said, what am I stepping out the car for?
Because we have the right to pull you out of the car. You didn't have an ID. At first, you didn't have an ID.
I just noticed it was behind my shit.
At first, you allegedly didn't have an ID. So I want to identify you.
This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. What the f is going on?
So I'm telling you right now, you're the one who's escalating this, and you're the one who's stating you have your kid in the car. I didn't want to do this in front of
bro,
your kid.
but you seen it. You was behind me,
I can
bro.
still pull you over, your kid in the car or not.
What are you talking about, bro? What the f is going on?
So,
Bro, I know the last thing he want to see, anybody want to see, but you know, Drakeo going through what he going through. He don't want to see 12. He don't want to talk to them. None of that shit.
this is where we're gonna be at right now. My supervisor here. I'm gonna tell you, my supervisor here, and then we got a couple more units in here. We're gonna ask you one more time to step out, and if you say no, then we're gonna do what we gotta do to get you out.
It's crazy,
and then I'm
bro.
gonna take you out, and then I'm gonna take you to jail.
What the f is going on, bro?
Sir, let's not do this in front of the kids.
So what? Why are y'all pulling me? What did I do for y'all to put me? Y'all pulling over an Uber driver, bro. What is going on?
But we need them going with the program.
What is the?
Just get out of the car and we'll handle this.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Just give us a second. Boss, let's make this easy. It's not a big deal.
Bro, what the fuck are you? This is crazy, bro.
Let's do this the right way.
What are we doing, bro?
Alright, gang. I know what a lot of y'all finna say. Cause I'm different. I'm just different. I'm one of them weirdo people. So I'm just gonna ask y'all, why y'all think Drakeo just didn't get out the car? I get that it's bullshit. They pulled over Uber driver. Like, what the fuck? But why do y'all think Drakeo did not comply and just get out the car? Some of y'all probably gonna say it's the right thing. I don't know. But just why? Especially if he didn't give up his ID. Why do y'all think?
Why? What is going on, though? Exactly, bro. Why are y'all pulling me over?
To the driver,
He
so.
said that he pulled him over for tint windows. This is an Uber driver, bro. This has nothing to do. What is he talking about? Exactly.
We'll explain everything.
This shit is crazy, bro.
It's easy, man.
This shit is crazy, bro.
Let's just make this real easy. You got a bunch of cops coming over here for nothing.
And what's crazy, they making this shit like he make bombs or some shit, bro. They kind of tripping, but it's like they just want to get out of the car. But if he get out of the car, I still think they'd be on bullshit. So it's like tough. But me personally, gang, I would get out the car. But I understand, like, bro, this is the fucking Uber driver. I'm not a driver, none of this shit. What the fuck is y'all doing? But I don't wrestle with 12. That's me. I do not wrestle with them because I just want to go home. That's me, though.
Just get out of the car and we'll deal with it.
What are we dealing with, bro?
Little man, I'm gonna take your kid out of the car, okay?
What is going on, bro? Look. What is...
Hey, grab him first. We're gonna get the Uber driver out first. Hey, go ahead and grab the kid.
What the f is going on right now, bro?
Yeah, everybody come.
What is going on?
He's in the seatbelt, Sarge.
What the f is going on right now?
Come on, baby.
Hey, I don't know your name. What's your name?
Man,
Huh? What's your name, sir?
Say my name, bro.
What's your name?
Daryl.
Daryl.
Or something like that.
No, I don't, bro. But I don't understand why y'all doing this.
Daryl, just go with the That's it.
Man, I'm on live, bro.
That's the card.
I'm on live, bro. I don't have nothing on me, bro. I'm on live, bro. What are y'all doing, bro? Oh, what are you talking about, bro?
This shit happening in front of his shorty is crazy, bro.
Fight us. Don't fight us, man.
Bro. What are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all doing? I'm on live, bro. Hold up, bro. Hold up. What are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all, bro? What are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all doing, bro?
Draco would later be seen being led away from the scene in handcuffs, being taken into custody with many speculating he'd been caught with another gun. Following this situation, Draco was taken to the station, he bailed out, and then went live on Instagram.
So they saying that it was a gun in the Uber that Draco was in.
Suggesting that the ops are the ones snitching on him.
How many times have you ever seen that before? Pulling over Ubers. Pulled over Uber. Oh yeah, with my son in there. All they gonna do is tell him, I know. Well,
After this, Draco would go live once again, suggesting that somebody from Inglewood had something to do with his arrest, and saying that the ops are hoping that he gets beaten up in jail.
then he like, oh yeah, well, then he talking about me getting a book yesterday. He talking about some, yeah, well maybe because he made that diss song against the whole Inglewood, like this is a threat to me, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You talking about, you sound like the police. You talking about, if I wasn't worried, you got smacked, you think I'm worried about a diss song? Come on, bro. Well, man, and he said it's not always gonna be the same as last time. And I know what people are saying. Oh yeah, man, well he was catching phase last time. Yeah, every time ain't the same.
So they saying he got an Uber and a gun in the Uber, but they immediately let him out.
So if I was catching phase last, so maybe it might be nice this time, bro. Maybe how you bitch ass you talking about?
2 or 3 niggas
Yeah,
that was acting.
maybe since that died, bro, didn't want to fight me then. Maybe two or three might be bold enough to fight me then. Weird ass, snitch ass, getting Ubers pulled over. Damn, fucking wrong with you?
Sadly, it was this moment when fans begun to get concerned about Draco. A post on the subreddit Cali Banging, Reddit's premier community discussing California gang politics, saw a fan pondering Draco's toxic personality, suggesting this might be the reason that he's not going to make it out alive. Pointing out that more people like Draco than he even thinks in LA, but implying that he is sabotaging his own career by leaning into gang beefs, when he should be focusing on his career after getting the industry boost that comes with working with a mainstream artist like Drake. Some suggested in the comments that perhaps it was Draco's lean addiction or PTSD from solitary confinement that had been clouding his judgment recently, with some going as far as to say that if Draco continues down this path, he's unlikely to see 2022. With hindsight, it's clear to see just how right these fans were. Draco essentially signed his own death certificate when he released Inglewood, but perhaps he just couldn't see it through the muddy puddles of lean clouding his judgment. Naturally, a response to the song would be coming from Inglewood. Thankfully, this begun with back and forths in music rather than violence, with AZ Chike taking to Instagram Live on August the 25th, revealing his new Draco diss song Lil Stink Stink, with Draco raiding the chat on the IG Live personally to mock and threaten AZ Chike. Draco said people get smacked for speaking on the Stink team. He said Chike's own homies are warning him not to drop the song. He called the track garbage. He suggested that he had sent a request to join the
Draco be on bullshit, I'm trying to tell you. And the fans probably sent this shit to Draco, cause how the hell he knew to slide on this man live,
which Chike had ignored and just let sit there, and leaving one final ominous comment saying everybody from Inglewood gets killed anyway. It's no wonder that the track got under Draco's skin, when the song itself included sampled audio of Draco being arrested in that Uber only days before. In response to the track, Stink Team member Money Monk apparently pulled up to AZ Chike's house looking for a fight.
Chike, where you at, bitch ass? I'm at your house. And it's your house, Chike? Where you at? Where you at? Okay, check, Chike, or get in this month. Come outside and play, bitch. I'm gonna see your parking lot for like 20 minutes, mark ass.
Bro, he said it's hard to get in this motherfucker, bro. Oh my God, bro. LA.
In the days that followed, Drakeo would continue mocking his ops online. On August the 27th, he posted up on IG, wearing sunglasses and pretending to be blind, saying that he's doing the Munchie Bee challenge. Drakeo's latest disses had Redditors convinced that he would be dead soon, unless somebody stepped in and talked some sense to him. But since Inglewood, the line had been crossed, and there really did appear to be no turning back for the Stink team now. On September the 8th, 2021, Money Monk would go on to drop the song Peanut Butter Booty Pack, a scathing Munchie Bee diss once again referring to that peanut butter incident. And a week after that, on September the 16th, 2021, Drakeo pulled up for an interview on No Jumper once again, this time speaking incredibly recklessly. He opens up by saying that he is a completely different person to who he was in the last interview, suggesting that in the last interview with No Jumper he was fresh out of solitary confinement and still suffering mental health challenges, saying that now after some recovery time, he's a cocky millionaire ready to hurt his ops' feelings.
See, I'm myself now, so it might be a little.
There's the interview that I had watched, bro, where he talked about the shit that he talked about.
So
This interview is different now.
you were saying that last time you were here,
I was fresh out of jail, bro. I just
different version of yourself?
Like, yeah, bro. I was inside there vibe, like, fucking, I was 30 months, bro. Like, it's different now, though. I'm a millionaire now. It's kind of different. I think that's what they mad about. Because everybody was laughing when I was in jail. Same way they was laughing when I was getting booked by the police.
In the interview, Drakeo would also reveal that he was once again booked for possession of a firearm by a felon after being arrested in that Uber.
But they didn't press any charges on you or anything?
No, yeah, they said,
Oh wait, they said they found a gun.
felon with a firearm or something.
Drakeo would then go on to reference the Munchie Bee peanut butter incident once again, all while very diplomatic co-host AD tried to avoid saying anything that would escalate things, giving Adam22 a strong eye to try and get him to move on to another topic, all while Drakeo was warning that the ops are going to be after Adam next.
Did you see the part where
About the peanut butter?
Where,
My
no,
bad, I'm done.
peanut butter?
My bad.
Who got peanut butter?
That's a whole nother situation. They might.
This nigga asked like, who got peanut butter? That's what I was saying. Motherfuckers was lost, like, huh?
Come for you after Adam. Street shit. All right.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Stay away from it,
I
Adam.
don't want to say nothing
Stay
about
away
peanut
from
butter,
me.
whatever the f that is.
What would you do if somebody put peanut butter in your ass?
Oh my God.
Well, it would really
God.
depend on the person.
Yeah, all right, we're just going to end this thing.
Okay.
We're not going to touch on this, Adam, because...
If my girl wanted to do that, I mean, it is what it is.
Stay away from it, Adam.
Okay.
Leave it alone, bro.
Jesus Christ. All
See,
right.
that's why I told you, man. Are y'all going to be ready for me today?
Hey,
Because,
that's good.
You feel me?
Gina's telling me not to engage with this. I don't know what it is. She's just like, stay out of this,
Hey.
Adam.
Hey.
I look, Adam.
LA. It's a complicated
You know
place.
me, bro. I don't care.
But Drakeo wasn't done clowning Munchie Bee or dragging Adam22 unwillingly into LA gang politics, as Drakeo proceeds to ask Adam what he would do if a blind person said they were after him.
Hey, if somebody that can't see said that they was gonna like slide on you, how would that happen? Like, you blind. I'm just wondering this, like, how are you gonna like do anything if you blind? You can't see. You can't even
blind.
drive. Okay, nobody.
Adam, he said we blind. Like, he want Drakeo to say it, but it's best for Drakeo not to say it. But Draco's saying it. And Adam want to know, but he don't want to know. Because he's still an interviewer, you know what I'm saying? So he still want to get this shit out of him without motherfuckers taking shit personal. And I don't think nobody should take nothing personal when it comes to an interview. Or
Nobody important. It's crazy.
I don't know.
My bad. I know the truth.
From here, a confused Adam says that he often doesn't know exactly what people are talking about when they make inside references on his podcast, with Adam inferring that he didn't know what YG was talking about when he came on No Jumper and said that his crew are really gonna get his ops, with Drakeo clapping back and saying YG isn't really tough.
Sometimes I feel like people are talking in innuendo on my podcast and I'm kind of like not in the loop. Remember the YG interview?
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I didn't really like get
No,
that there
I
were
seen that,
coded
though, like-
messages in there that you would feel a way about.
Nah, it wasn't no coded messages because people are not like that, so it don't even matter.
That's kind of like what he said.
Yeah.
Naturally, the conversation would eventually turn to Inglewood, with a newly cocky Drakeo the Ruler leaving nothing off the table. He started by saying that he has enemies that don't gangbang, but represent Inglewood and are united in hating him, ultimately saying that he will never resolve his issues with Inglewood.
That don't gangbang, bang Inglewood like it's a gang. Like Inglewood, and if you beef with anything over here, we gonna have each other back.
Well, I hope all that shit gets resolved.
Never.
And Drakeo goes on to say that his ops aren't really killers, saying they don't own guns and their threats against him are not valid.
Do not be like that, Adam. I'm telling you, bro. Like, cause we be laughing and joking about the situations. Motherfucker be like, I'ma kill you. Like, you don't even own a gun.
And finally, Drakeo would end the interview by saying, "Free Kells."
You got any last words?
Yep, free kills.
Once again, not all of Draco's fans were pleased at his latest appearance. Redditors on Cali Banging would come out to say,
It seemed like the fans cared about him, man. The fans cared about him. They wanted him to slow down, but whatever the fuck, bro, this shit is just too personal, bro. It was just too personal. But the fans definitely cared, it seemed like. Some of y'all fans, man.
they were annoyed at what they described as Draco's arrogant street god persona, with some pointing out that his ego had gotten out of control.
What they say, what I put up there, ego is the enemy. For real, that motherfucker is a bitch, bro. I put the book, y'all need to go get the book. The link to the description is in the link to the book is in the description, bro.
And saying that he finally got a second chance at life, beating his case, and yet now he's deciding to go straight back into the dark depths of LA gang politics. These are statements that would echo earlier concerns from Draco's fans that his destructive and confrontational attitude would end in tragedy. But at this point the wheels were in motion, and Draco's path into one of the most dangerous situations that the gang lifestyle has to offer would now be unstoppable. A few days after his No Jumper appearance on September the 19th, 2021, Drakeo would speak again in an IG story, saying that the Bloods actually like him apart from the ones in Inglewood.
Oh, bless me. Northern Cali Bloods. Now, let me scratch that. South Central Bloods, Compton Bloods, Pasadena Bloods, San Diego Bloods, Bakersfield Bloods, Northern Cali Bloods, Stockton Bloods, Sacramento Bloods. Just one group of individuals who don't like me. Crazy, ain't it?
And a few days after that, on September the 22nd, Munchie B drops another diss track called Last Lap, dissing both Drakeo and Nipsey Hussle, whose mural was vandalized by Capone. Eventually, more of Draco's enemies would come out to dispute things he'd said.
Was Nipsey and Draco cool?
AZ Chike addressed Drakeo claiming that he joined a gang at 25 in an Innovators interview.
What can I gain from joining a gang at 25 that I already got right now?
Chike would go on to say that Drakeo has issues with his homies, not him, but it wouldn't be realistic to be cool with Drakeo considering the history with Inglewood.
There is some problems he got going on with the homies. They got nothing to do with me, and that's why he mad, because I with him and I'm loyal to him.
In conclusion, Chike would say that he believes that Drakeo is simply hating on them.
It ain't no beef. This is a bitch, and he be hating. Like, it's weird.
The day after that dropped, Drakeo would continue putting his pressure on Inglewood, posting a document purporting to be proof that Frosty had snitched. Then on October the 14th, 2021, Rucci and AZ Chike pull up to No Jumper for their own interview, with Rucci mocking Drakeo for making the song Ingleweird a song all about dissing AZ Chike, when Chike isn't actually from Inglewood originally.
The song called Ingleweird, it's about him. He not from Inglewood.
They would go on to say that everybody in the Stink team sucks at rapping, apart from Ketchy and Drakeo, who they say is hanging on by a thread.
It ain't rapping because them can't rap. Well, there's only one over there that can rap, and he hanging on by a
Who you
string.
fucking over there?
Little fat boy, little fat girl, he straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? He do his thing time to time. The only other over there that was really greasy, very talented, like really some shit, RP was Catchy.
Chike also appeared in a bootleg Kev interview, saying Drakeo is simply mad that him and Rucci's careers heated up, and saying that he's only mad because they turned him down for a feature whilst he was still in jail.
What the hell happened with Drakeo the Ruler? Because don't you guys have mutual people involved in each of y'all situations? So where did things go left?
He don't like that we hot.
When I was in jail though, he wanted on there though. I told him no, cause I Inglewood, and that was it.
Rucci went on to say that his entire hood didn't get on with Drakeo.
My city, I'm from Inglewood. We don't get along, bro, as a whole. You feel what I'm saying? So, you just doing that because you with them. Nah, it's the homie being loyal, bro.
Right.
You feel me? But nah, we just with nothing over there. They keep hating and keep saying something about us. So it's like, we gotta give them a little attention.
Ultimately claiming not to be happy about the Inglewood song and saying it sucks.
What'd you think of it, like as a song?
That shit was not tight. Yeah.
It could have been better.
Yeah, I felt the beat was hard as
you know, it didn't sound threatening.
What's up with Rucci, man. Does somebody I don't think nobody said nothing about Rucci in my comments before, but is he healthy, wealthy, is he free? What's the update on?
Like, man.
At this point, a whole lot of tension had brewed between the Stink Team and Inglewood, and it really was just a matter of time until the two groups bumped into each other and things boiled over. But for now, Drakeo and the Stink Team would be more focused on music and money, spending time performing on their Long Live the Great tour, dedicated to the memory of Ketchy the Great through September and October, with Drakeo eventually playing a big December 12th show on the bill for LA's Rolling Loud Festival. This was a big opportunity for Drakeo to perform in front of a crowd of tens of thousands of fans. It must have been an enormous moment for Drakeo's career, to have beaten the death penalty and a life sentence, getting out and overcoming the trauma of years in solitary confinement, and building up your rap career to the point where you've got thousands of adoring fans screaming his lyrics at the top of their lungs. Getting to this point was an incredible achievement for Drakeo that's nothing short of amazing. But the sad fact is, this show would be the last one that Drakeo would ever play. On December the 18th, 2021, Drakeo was set to perform his next show at the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival. He arrived to the venue in his iconic Rolls-Royce Dawn and an incredibly small entourage who were meticulously searched and stripped of any weapons upon arrival at the venue. Drakeo had apparently been given a maximum of 15 wristbands for his entourage, which in the end only stood 6 people strong, plus just one lone security guard. It was around 8:30 p.m. when things went left. Drakeo, Ralphie, and others engaged in a scuffle, as apparently somebody in the distance shouted "Fuck the Stink Team, fuck Drakeo," with the Stink Team immediately set to square up and squabble with their opposition. Drakeo, Ralphie, and others begin to engage in a scuffle, but what begins as a fair fight soon swells into a mob brawl, as dozens more people appear to face off with the Stink Team in a fight. According to witnesses, the attackers are apparently blood members. The mob of attackers, mostly wearing red, descend on the Stink Team, apparently hollering the famous blood chant, "Sue Woo." This gang of Bloods was later described as being around 40 to 60 people strong, having the Stink Team only 6 men strong.
See, somebody said 80. He said 40 to 20. I thought he said 18. Well, he said 40 to 60. A lot of people saying 60. This shit just crazy. That's just a lot of fucking niggas, bro.
Strong, massively outnumbered, with individuals at the scene notably being seen wearing 400 merch, the record and clothing label of blood rapper YG, who had allegedly arrived at the venue with his entourage shortly before this scuffle broke out. Footage of the altercation would later surface online, which, despite being very chaotic, if slowed down and observed carefully, does appear to show the moment when Drakeo the Ruler is stabbed. These clips are far too violent to show you on YouTube, but if you want to see a full frame-by-frame breakdown of what happened in the footage, you can see that on my Patreon. Slow motion footage circulating after the incident breaks down this short 20 seconds of fight footage in excruciating detail. Before the stabbing takes place, you can actually see somebody in a black ski mask being handed an object that looks like a knife. As the fight goes on, Drakeo's outnumbered crew are rushed back by the mob of Bloods and separated from Drakeo. At this point, the individual who was earlier handed an object appears to swing a knife at Drakeo, with Drakeo putting out an open hand to block the blade. His use of an open palm to protect himself is notable because it suggests that he could see a blade coming towards him rather than a fist, which would have elicited a closed knuckle guard. From here, the camera pans to the right, and we don't see Drakeo being stabbed directly. However, from the audio, it appears as if somebody is shouting he has a knife, as we see what appears to be Stink Team members fleeing through a nearby gate. As they run, it sounds like somebody says, "We got him," perhaps a sign that the fatal stab to Drakeo's neck had just been administered. And while nothing more of this large rumble is seen in the clip, later more footage will
See, this shit like, I ain't even care, this shit make a nigga like, hell stand up hearing this shit like, come on bro, this shit is wow.
Would emerge, seeming to show Drakeo the Ruler receiving medical attention as he lays on the ground bleeding from his neck. Drakeo would be transported from the venue to the hospital in critical condition, sadly being pronounced dead as a result of his stab wounds around midnight, roughly 4 hours after the altercation.
Chaos at a packed concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and police have shut down the show.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Drakeo the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
Drakeo's family and friends were left heartbroken after his tragic passing, as were the wider hip-hop community. The godfather of LA rap Snoop
Bro, this shit crazy. Cause there was what the end of 2021, and his fans were saying he won't see 2022, bro. That shit is crazy. I ain't even too much pay attention to that till I just saw the date of that little clip.
Dog mourned the city's loss and described leaving the festival grounds as soon as he heard what had happened to Draco, choosing not to perform. Tory Lanez would come out to say that there will never be another artist like Draco, and Drake would remember how Draco had always lifted up his spirit with his energy. Draco's brother Ralphie would share an eerie story of his own, saying only 2 days ago, Draco had rapped a lyric about God saving a bed for him because he's coming soon. Meanwhile, despite being upset, many of Draco's fans over on Reddit's Cali Banging were hardly surprised at his passing, with one commenter saying that Draco had been manifesting his own death with his own behaviour ever since he'd gotten out of jail, suggesting that drug use, ego and untreated PTSD, combined with a never-ending tendency to provoke his ops, and keeping nothing but yes men around him, ultimately meant that Draco's death was inevitable. But while Draco's friends and fans were mourning, looking for answers, Draco's ops would naturally be celebrating on social media. Many were turning his provocative lyrics and catchphrases against him, posting pictures of Draco with captions like, "He's never coming back and that's that," as well as mocking members of the Stink team for running off on Draco and not shooting back. Of course, Draco's top op Munchie B tweeted for Draco to rest in piss, later posing on Instagram with a knife, mocking Draco for being stabbed in the neck.
Stab him in the neck, you wanna take it, dear?
And Munchie B would go on to remix Draco's Inglewood, combining his diss song with footage of Draco dying, and going on to put up a story pointing out that both Draco
Bro, LA, y'all ass. Yo, bro. I mean, I feel like Chicago the same way, but I don't know, maybe because I'm just like really seeing this shit like, goddamn. Cause it's like your ops, and it's 2022. Well, it's 2023 now, but you know when the internet was big, everybody will run to the internet and laugh at they ops being deceased, bro. And this shit is just crazy. Every time I see it, I don't care what city it is, but every time I see it, it just be crazy that everybody go to the internet. I don't care what side it is.
and Nipsey Hussle both spoke on his name in a disrespectful manner and both died slowly. It's no wonder that Munchie B was happy about Draco's passing, considering his close friendship with Red Bull, and just how disrespectful Draco had been to Munchie in some of his songs. Sadly for Draco, the man who famously rapped that fights don't matter would end up outnumbered and unarmed in a fight that would ultimately take his life. It's a sad ending that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And while fans all over LA and the world mourn the loss of an incredible artist, that sadness would pale in comparison to what Draco's family were going through at the time. Draco's mother vowed to sue Live Nation, citing negligence from the venue and lax security measures from staff, explaining in an interview with Rolling Stone that a large number of people arrived at the venue at the same time as YG, whilst Draco and Ralphie were rolling with a very small crew. She said that 40 to 60 people jumped the Stink team in a matter of seconds, leaving Ralphie overwhelmed and unable to protect Draco, who was left stabbed, ultimately concluding that while it was the killer that had the ill intention to take Draco's life, Draco's mother believes that the festival organisers should bear some responsibility for what happened backstage at their event, suggesting that she was pushing ahead with a lawsuit against Live Nation. Live Nation may very well bear some of the blame regarding the circumstances that caused Draco to lose his life that day, but ultimately the true responsibility lies with the killer who swung the knife and inflicted a fatal blow on Draco's neck during that fight. Following the announcement of Draco's death, the police apparently had 0 suspects, but that doesn't mean that the streets weren't talking, as Draco and Stink Team affiliate K7 would go live to the world saying that he believed that YG and his crew were responsible for Draco's death and blaming his security for providing the murder weapon.
I'm speaking facts, bro. YG a real life bitch. Bro, I'm so mad, bro. My mama, bro. YG did some hoe shit, bro. And if I see Cuz, I'ma slap the shit out. We fighting big ass security. You got those security guards fight. Come on, bro. That shit ain't cool, bro. On my mama, bro. Them got the big ass ball security guards snuck in, knives, all type of weird shit. Let them come 70 thick, but only told us we only can bring 15 people, bro. That don't make no sense, bro. You only told us we can bring 15 people, but let them bring 100 people, bro. YG can't perform in LA no more, bro. Hey, bro, YG a real bitch, cuz. He knew Draco was gonna take his spot, cuz really set the whole shit up, bro. This shit was a setup from the start, bro. Bro, these even ready for war, bro. YG can't perform in LA no more. So, you know what I'm saying? Came in, as soon as he came, it went bad, basically. Like know what they was doing, bro.
Ultimately, at this time, it's unclear exactly who was responsible for Drakeo the Ruler's murder. His death was a huge loss for the LA music scene. His unique style and outspoken personality made him one of the most impactful artists to come out of the city over the last decade. But the real truth is that Drakeo was moving reckless and risking his life with his zero fucks given attitude to the LA gang scene. He maintained his innocence for around 3 years during the Red Bull case, fighting the death penalty in earnest. An innocent man being persecuted for his associations and mere friendships with the real killer. The fans rallied behind Drakeo, and ultimately, after a long wait, justice prevailed. Which in a way makes it so much more disappointing that after beating that case, he would come out and act so recklessly, using his music to prod and mock the surviving friends of the murdered man. Drakeo was competitive to a fault. It seems that he was unable to let anybody else in his city shine because he was just too focused on beefing his ops to the bitter end. And when Drakeo decided to wage war on the entire city of Inglewood, it was really hard to see any outcome other than him getting hurt or killed. Drakeo sounded invincible when he rapped, but the reality is, anybody can get caught slipping if they let their guard down. And in the case of Drakeo the Ruler, when that day came, he went out fighting and standing on everything he said, going down as a legend of the rap game who truly lived and died by every word he said on the beat. Rest in peace, Drakeo the Ruler, and I hope you enjoyed that video.
Alright, man, that was the life and death of Drakeo the Ruler, part 5. Shout out Trap Lord Ross, man. He made that shit real. That shit real. This shit real. Like, this shit is real. This street shit can get real. This gang shit can get real. I don't know, man. This shit make me like, I'm kind of like in a loop of it a little bit as far as like the songs that he dropped and shit. And this shit crazy. I feel like if Drakeo would have chosen another path, as far as like what to talk about in his songs, cause niggas was gonna eat that shit up. They don't care what I don't think they care for the dissing. You know, it was him. He was unique. It was his style. It was his flow. He had bars, bro. Drakeo got fucking bars, bro. Like for real. And that shit that crazy. Like, I don't know. It ain't too much I can say, cause like I said, that shit is just too personal. Me personally though, I just wish he would have went another route, but people do what they do, you know. He a grown ass man, you know. But yeah, that's the life and death of Drakeo the Ruler. Shout out Trap Lord Ross again, man. Let me know what y'all think. And catch you on that reaction.